Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Harrison Beavis, out to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Now he can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers with a keeper. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
That wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his 3rd team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has the opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
At the 29-yard line.
Off play action, Fields. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Fields. And Lazard's got it again. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. A beautiful fake. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
Here we go, son. 331, 331.
Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those tricks are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First down, Steelers.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Algier now up the middle. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rodgers. That'll be caught left side by Woods. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Rodgers. That is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 53 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Oswell good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Perfect start to the season on their 1st drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. They'll start on the ground. Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Here we go. 3-19, right.
On the counter, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
19 winning, here we go. Go.
From the gun, here's Fields. And he completes it to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
319, get cut. 575.
Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for the Jets. 43 yards. That one was hard to fathom. They were in the dime. They had 6 DBs back there. They still lost it.
Great word, because I'm right there with you. I don't understand how they couldn't pick him up. But don't be surprised next week early, there's some extra people in the locker room. Maybe a tryout or two for those guys who missed him.
To throw is Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open ball downfield is Woods. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's thrown underneath to Algier. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers going to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Rodgers to throw once more. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 222, 222.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Setting up the screen, here's Algier. And he will have a Steelers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Here's Rodgers.
He's got this to Algier.
Let me see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Go.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Fields now to throw.
That's complete to Lazard. A gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And here's Fields.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field.
That is incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Hey, 551, 551. Chip's win. Test, left strike.
Now it's Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Hall again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's good for another Jets.
Here we go. Go.
On play action, Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket.
He finds Wilson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
331, 331. Hey, never mind, Monday. Right.
Fields.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard from 8 yards out.
And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after here coming up.
For the extra point.
It's good, and it's 21-10. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
Well, they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
9-yard gain on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
On the give, it's Warren.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Now it's Rodgers.
That is caught. He's got room to roam.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
That's caught, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm not almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Monday. Go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Open man is a tight end, Mason Taylor.
And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left.
First down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
To throw is Fields. That's pulled in by Wilson.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Yep. 3:19. Get that.
Back to throw. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right.
That is intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's first.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. To throw is Rodgers.
That would complete to Skoranek.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Rodgers to throw.
Got his man, it's Woods. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
319, get to that. Hey, Ken. Press, watch right, go.
Here's Fields.
Down man, here it's Wilson.
And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it.
And the Jets, first down.
Don't
First
jump, ready?
and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Sit high.
All eyes on Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go. Up. 222. Easy. Hey, never mind. Monday. Say hi.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Angel. 19 Jackson. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Now Fields.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
The city always a little